Right, guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how we are going to grow our brand in the next 12 months and then sell it for $10 million. Now, if you're new to the channel, we've been documenting what we've been doing for the past, like 3, almost 4 years. So if you go to YouTube and you check out our channel, which you're obviously watching right now, let's have a look, Honest FBA. If you go back to our oldest videos, you'll see a video that says Road to 100K. Now, I love looking at this, right? Because I made this video literally 4 years ago. I couldn't even look at the camera. I was that like shy and scared. And what you can see here is I was talking about our sales at the time, which I think we were doing about £10,000. You can see here on the screen. And this was me documenting our journey to 100K a month. And what's crazy is this video that I'm doing right now is our journey to $1 million a month. And we're pretty close to that goal because we smashed through that 100K. And now the new goal is to get to $1 million a month. And the reason that we want to do that is because of this, right? I've got this goal now of a $10 million exit. And I know that sounds absolutely nuts, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe you've got big goals as well. For me, that still sounds a little bit crazy, but in the last couple of months, we've realized like this is a very, very realistic goal for us right now. I'm going to show you the results of our brand in a second. I'm going to show you all the numbers, the profit, all of that stuff. And I'm going to talk about like some of the things we've been doing lately and, you know, some of the stuff that I think might work for you if you're growing an existing brand or if you're looking to start a new brand, right? But the goal is a $10 million exit. And to get that $10 million exit, we've got to get to $1 million a month in revenue, more or less, right? We've got to hit that 20% profit margin that you can see here. And that's going to get us to this like $2.4 million a month. That'd be nice. Annually in profit, right? 2.4 times that by 4. If we get a 4x valuation, roughly we're looking at a $10 million exit. I think we could maybe get a bigger valuation than 4x because we've got a subscription-based brand, which I'll show you in a sec, right? So at the minute, so far this year, we've done just over $1.5 million in sales and just under $400,000 in profit, right? So this brand is primarily across Amazon and Shopify. It used to be just an Amazon brand. So if you go back through the channel is called Honest FBA. You'll see all of our videos are just mainly around Amazon up until about 6 months ago, right? We pivoted this brand off of Amazon and then started selling on Shopify. And the results on Shopify have been crazy. This month, I think in May, we'll probably do about $160,000, $170,000. Next month, I think we can get up to $300,000, $400,000 just on Shopify. And when you combine that with Amazon, we're getting to $500,000 a month across the two sort of channels, right? So the last 30 days in May, I think we've done 330 or something like that. And we've actually been out of stock on Amazon for the last 2 weeks on our best-selling product, which has cost us an absolute fortune. So in the last 30 days, we've done 320-ish thousand, just under $100,000 in profit. The profit margin that we're getting is pretty ridiculous, right? So the net margin you can see here is about 31%. The reason for that is because Meta and what we're doing on Shopify is sending all of this traffic to Amazon, and that's allowed us to put our prices up, and we're just crushing it. Like, honestly, the profit margins are just crazy. 12 months ago, I was so anxious at the future of this brand because we were just selling on Amazon. The Chinese were just copying us, undercutting us, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not really sure where we're going to go. And now we're just absolutely crushing it because we've moved off of Amazon and we've moved into Shopify. So some of these numbers might be a little bit alien to you if you're quite new. We've got a blended CAC, which is the cost to acquire a customer of $11. That's really low because mainly of Amazon, right? Where we're not really running any advertising on Amazon now. We're mainly just collecting like branded search. The ROAS is really strong. We probably should be spending more on Meta and spending more, but we're trying to grow this like super, super profitably. The AOV across the two platforms is $44. On Shopify, I think the AOV at the minute is $69. On Amazon, people only really buy one, but on Shopify, they buy multiple, right? So yeah, this is the goal. We want to get this to $1 million a month, which honestly is super, super doable for us. One of the super interesting things with this is the fact that on Shopify, we are picking up a lot of subscribers. So if I come down to the lifetime value here, this is basically how much the customer spends or is going to spend with us over the next sort of like 12 months, right? So you can see all of this data here is basically, these are the different cohorts of customers that have bought products from us. And you can see here in November, when we originally sort of launched on Shopify and we moved off of Amazon, that cohort now is worth about $100 to us, which basically means on average, those customers that bought in November spend with us about $100. But you can see that it's increasing, right? Because as the months have gone by, this first order value has gone up. So now you can see it's about $69. So here in February, the first order value, the AOV, was about $67. And now it's about $120, right? And what's interesting about this is you can see the predicted LTV numbers here, right? LTV is super important with a subscription-based brand like ours. And it's so important because if you've got a high LTV, that means you can spend more to basically get a customer. Because if I know that a customer is going to spend in an average 12 months, they're going to spend $185, then I can afford to spend $40, $50 to acquire that customer, because everything related to Shopify and Meta is all about how much you can acquire a customer for, and then how much that customer is going to be worth to you. There's some brands where the customers are worth $300, $400, $500, right? And that means they can spend a lot of money to acquire those customers. And if you can spend more money to acquire a customer, that means your competitors are going to struggle to compete against you, right? So at the minute, yeah, we're doing about $300,000 to $400,000 a month, but the Shopify results are just going crazy. Like the actual growth of Shopify since we launched in November is just stupid, right? So you can see here, let's have a look, last 365 days. We basically didn't do any Shopify until here, right? Till the end of October, the beginning of November, we launched. And you can see in that time, we've done just under 550,000, but you can see it's just going up and up and up, right? So we're going to continue to scale this until Shopify is way bigger than Amazon. Because the beautiful thing about Shopify and going direct to customers through your own website is you're in control, really. Like, you're generating the demand with all of your advertising. So we've got like 250 ads now that we're running, and we're generating all of this demand. And what that's actually done is it's made the niche that we're in bigger on Amazon, which is incredible. Products that we were selling on Amazon before, where we were doing $20,000 a month, we're now doing $100,000 a month, because people are seeing all of these ads for our product, and that's building that awareness. And they're either buying it from our website or they're going to Amazon and they're buying it from Amazon, right? So we've grown the niche that we're in. And this is one of the main things that like Amazon sellers don't really understand how powerful that is if they only sell on Amazon. Because when you only sell on Amazon, you're restricted by how many people are going to Amazon and searching for like gummies. Like if you sell creatine gummies, if there's only 50,000 people a month searching on Amazon, the market size is capped. Unless suddenly more people start searching, there's not really much you can do. You can rank number one and you're going to make good money, obviously, but like it's difficult to grow the business. You have to launch like more products and go into different niches. But the beautiful thing about Shopify and moving off of Amazon is the more ads we create, the more money we spend, the more customers that we acquire, the more the niche grows, the more demand there is, and we can just keep growing this brand now. So like we never thought that we could get this brand to $1 million a month. Now we're thinking we can get this brand even bigger. We're also going to be looking at getting this brand into retail, but we're looking to sell this brand at the right time, because we're pretty early to being entrepreneurs. We've only been in e-commerce for like 4 or 5 years, and we want to get a big payday. And this $10 million payday seems ridiculous. Like, honestly, we were always like, look, if we could sell this for $1 million, if we could sell it for $2 million, it would be crazy, right? But now I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, $1 million, like in March, we did 440,000 in revenue, right? At a super solid profit margin, like a 20% profit margin. There's no reason we can't get this to $1 million a month consistently. And that's a $10 million valuation on the business. If we can do that over the course of 12 months, there's so many things about this business. We've got over 4,000 subscribers now. So because this is a pet supplement brand, people subscribe to the products. We've got over 4,000. In the next 12 months, I think we can get to 25, 30, 35,000 subscribers, because every month now we've got like $88,000 in revenue just from subscribers, right? Just subscribers basically buying into our brand. I think it's on this one. Maybe not. And that's super valuable to a buyer of the brand. When somebody comes to look at this brand and we're looking to sell it, if we can say, look, we've got 25,000 subscribers and that's worth $200,000 a month in recurring revenue, That's what buyers want to see. They really want to see that recurring revenue. So if you're looking at starting a brand, my advice is start a consumable brand, start a subscription-based brand, start with products that people need to use every single day. Because if you get a product into somebody's hands that they use every day and they love that product and you can give them an incentive to subscribe, you've got a customer for a long time. And that's where you build real value. And honestly, guys, like, I know there's a lot of gurus online. There's a lot of people that are making videos like this. There's a lot of people that look at what we do and they talk about our course and our community, and people look down on it a little bit. But like, I've genuinely never been more excited about e-commerce. Like what we're seeing with our brand, the opportunity now to launch products on Amazon and TikTok is unbelievable. As a beginner, you can launch your products on Amazon and TikTok and absolutely crush it. And it's so unbelievably scalable. Like the fact that I'm sitting here making this video talking about getting to $1 million a month, and that's very close. I think we're going to hit 1 million and we're going to go, let's go to 2 million, right? And then we might be looking at like a $20 million exit. Like that's just genuinely surreal for me to say that. And I've said that on the channel for the past 4 years. Go and watch the videos. I said that we want to have a 7-figure exit, but there's always that voice in the back of your head where you're like, is that really possible, right? And you always have that little bit of a doubt, and the skill of an entrepreneur is ignoring that doubt and just carrying on. But I'm sitting here now saying it, and I'm like, this is going to happen. I just know it's going to happen. And before I was kind of saying it to myself, just trying to, G myself up a little bit. But now I'm so confident it's going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to keep documenting everything in here. What's been working for us? Like working for us, the main thing with Shopify and scaling D2C is your content. If you've got a good product, if you've got a good Shopify website, if you've got good landing pages, if you've got good subscription like options for the customer, everything from that point is pretty much about content. So many people think that Facebook ads is all about like the settings that you have and the ad account structure. Of course, there's a way to do that. Most of the value and most of the growth is going to come from your content. And what we've done really well is we've hired 2 guys to run our content, Jack and Liam. Shout out to the boys. They're absolutely crushing it with static ads, with videos. And it's so unbelievably easy now relative to what it used to be because of AI. You can build scripts in AI. You can send them to the creators. They can make all the videos for you. You can see with tools like Kalo Data and Fastmoss all of the best performing TikTok videos. You can copy them. You can use AI for voiceovers. Like it's never been easier to create good quality content at scale. And all you're really doing when you've got a brand in our position or you've got a new brand is pumping creatives into your Meta account and seeing what works, seeing what messaging resonates with the customer. And then you're doubling down when you find that messaging that works. We found sets of messaging for our products that we know are really attractive to the customer. You could do that in ChatGPT super easily. You can give your brand and your products and your niche to ChatGPT. You can click the deep research button. My camera's just gone off. You can click the deep research button on ChatGPT, and it's going to give you all of the pain points, all of the emotional, all of the psychological triggers that you need to create those ads. And that's what's going to help you scale, right? If you're watching this and you think it's a little bit overwhelming because you've just come to this channel because you like Amazon content, all I can say is just start learning this stuff. You can launch a brand on Amazon, on TikTok, and on Shopify. You don't have to spend an absolute fortune. You can spend $20 a day on Meta ads, right? You can control it, start small, and then grow your brand super sustainably, super profitably. You don't need to go crazy. And it's so exciting, man. There's just so many ways, so many different products now that are emerging because of all the short form content on TikTok and stuff. There's like 10 brands that I would want to launch once we sell this, which is our plan, right? Let me know in the comments below what you think of this style of video. I like to do these sort of like raw behind the scene ones. They never get a ton of views because it's not really the sort of stuff that gets pushed super far. But hopefully if you guys are watching it, you enjoy it. And if you are interested in launching your own brand, we've got a community where we can help you. Check out the video description. You can click the link there and apply. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.